Hello, and welcome to my 600 subscribers video, in which I will answer some questions from this community, starting with a somewhat standard internet query: age, sex, location. I played Super Metroid when it came out. You may refer to me as he or him, and I live in the eastern United States of America. Sneck asks, what are the first games I played, and what do I have nostalgia for? The first games I remember playing were Frogger, Tetris, Super Mario Bros., and The Legend of Zelda. As for nostalgia, I've owned almost all of the Nintendo consoles because Mario and Zelda still mean something to me today. Green King Raptor asks, if I could have any video game ability, what would it be? I'm going to limit myself to games I've played on this channel, and let's start with a couple I don't want. Double jump. Definitely not. Landing afterward would kill my knees. Dash is an ability I sort of have, and I don't often use the real-life version, because it's dangerous to suddenly move quickly in some direction. I'm gonna run into something, and it'll probably hurt. Combat abilities are also not my thing. I live my life in such a way as to minimize violent encounters. What I really want is heal. That would be fantastic. I still wouldn't use it very often, but I would love it when the need arose. Sneck asks, do I read, and if so, do I have any recommendations? I read a lot. So far in 2026, I've read 29 books. In 2025, I read 52, and I read 46 in 2024. So I'm going to limit myself to one recommendation per genre, and I'll limit myself to 10 genres. For graphic novels, I recommend The Sandman by Neil Gaiman, which is a multi-volume series as you'd expect for graphic novels. For mystery, I recommend Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. It's famous because it's good. For humor, I recommend The Fifth Elephant by Terry Pratchett, which is part of the Discworld series. For science fiction, I'll recommend The Worthing Saga by Orson Scott Card, a lesser-known book from a well-known author. For philosophy / self-help, I liked The Scout Mindset by Julia Galef. Romance is not my genre, so I'm going to cheat and recommend Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. For horror, I recommend I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. If you've seen the movie, it's not really the same. For fantasy, I recommend The Curse of Chalion by Lois McMaster Bujold, the first book in the World of the Five Gods. My recommended technical book is Pragmatic Programmer by the Gang of Four. Under classic literature, I recommend Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Sneck also asks, what games do I enjoy outside of what I play for the channel? There are two main categories of games I like that I never considered for this channel. The first is big simulation management games. I think of these as architect games because you are designing a city or a civilization or something of that nature. I play Civilization 6, Surviving Mars, Stellaris, and Satisfactory. The second category is puzzle games. I've highly enjoyed Patrick's Parabox, Portal, Baba Is You, and Space Chem. Tamar asks, do I collect physical items? No, not really. Not much anyway. I do have a complete collection of all of the Animorph books by K.A. Applegate, including the Megamorphs, Alternamorphs, and side stories. Tamar also asks, what is the story behind my logo and channel name? One of the noticeable differences in how I play games and how I live life is that I like to collect all of the things in games, earn all of the achievements, check all the boxes. Also, I just enjoy alliteration. My logo is a drawing of leather belt pouches, which I think is the perfect accessory if you are exploring about the world and collecting lots of little bits and bobs. Escredix asks, what are the best and worst things about Rain World for me? The best is that it sticks to its theme and story, and the visual design supports that theme. Specifically that your player character, is insignificant, living in the world but not changing it. You are powerless to make significant change, so your survival methods are in response to forces that are bigger than you. As for the worst, Rain World has a fair amount of anti-design elements, but the ones that get me the most are these two. Things off-screen that you can't see can kill you, especially since the screen doesn't move with your character. And strictly limited fast travel, which causes me to spend a lot of time making little progress on my goals. Armageddon Girl asks, what game are you planning to play after these ones? The next two on my mind are Neva, which I expect to be a short series. One of my viewers, bought me this game as a thank you for my streams and videos, and I'm quite happy to play it. The second is Ender Magnolia, which is the sequel to Ender Lilies, a Metroidvania that I played on this channel. As is typical for these subscriber videos, I'll plug my Discord. I'm rather happy with the community of people that has developed around this channel. Thank you all for being kind, excited, and encouraging. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I'll make another one of these when we reach 700.